Hello, welcome to Cards by Sandy. I'm Sandy Trower, and today we're going to make this beautiful, sweet, and simple birthday card. I've got a lot of birthdays in May, so what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Today we're going to use the Celebrate Today birthday stamp, and with it comes the coordinating framelits. That way you don't have to sit here and punch or cut out balloons. The other good thing about it is if you buy both products together, you get a 15% off for the bundle. Okay, what you're going to need is scratch piece of paper, at least 2.5 inches in size, and we're using the Calypso Coral and the Hello Honey. We've got two 5 1/4 by 4 Whisper White, one's for the inside, one's for the outside. This is the Bermuda Bay. It's cut 4 1/4 inches wide, 11 inches long. You can score it at 5 1/2, or I'm just going to fold mine and make it crisp. Now, the first thing that I want to do, I like to do all my stamping at one time. So I'm going to go ahead first and cut out my balloon framelits. So we'll bring in the big shot for this, the magnetic platform, one clear panel, my scrap paper, and my balloon framelit. Now on your balloon framelit, it has an edge here and a smooth side. Always make sure your smooth side is facing you. Then I'm going to put on the clear on top. Now when I go to do the stamping, I'm going to do all the stamping all at one time. Since we're using the photopolymer stamps, you need a firm platform. So I use the Stampin' Up! Piercing mat, and I put down a scratch sheet of paper. That keeps the ink from getting on top of this in case it would be wet and I would lay my cardstock on top of it. It wouldn't get messed up. So let's go ahead and start with our balloons first. I've already cut out all of my little pieces. So this is the banner. This was the Birthday Bash DSP. And I've already cut out 2 of the ribbons, the little bows. The other one's in here somewhere. And I keep balloons on hand. That way I can make my cards very easily. I don't have to drag out the big shots. Everything's in this little container. This was a container that Brad's came in from Stampin' Up! I used the Brad's, had the container, figured, what the heck, might as well keep it, it'll come in handy. So now we've got our bows and we've got our balloons. Let me go ahead and open up our ink. We're going to be using the Calypso Coral and the Hello Honey. And I'll go ahead and open up the Bermuda Bay because we'll get around it too. Now we're going to use the Calypso Coral and we're going to stamp our dots onto the balloon. And it's a little sticky sometimes. Then we're going to use our stars. And I'm also going to just do a few stars onto the little thing. And while I'm at it, I'm going to put some stars on the inside of my card. So see, I did it all at one full sweep. Now the next thing, I've got a little stamp somewhere. Got a little stamp. It was the ribbon that came with it. And I'm just going to eyeball it onto this one. Nothing has to be perfect. And there it is. It's attached to it. Peel that off. Now we're ready. Let's go ahead and stamp our saying. I'm going to put Celebrate right here on the corner. That way I have lots of room up here that I can write my saying in. So again, we're going to use the Calypso Coral. I'm going to just Celebrate. And now we're going to move that one aside and we're going to get our outside. Now, I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday in 2 different colors. We're going to use the Bermuda Bay for the Happy. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to stamp, and I'm just using the edge of the ink pad. And I got the word birthday. You know, and if you stamp it crooked, which that's pretty even, remember you have two set sides to your card, so you can always flip it over and try on the back side. Now that we've done that, I want to stamp the two kite strings. Now I don't like the kite strings as dark, so I'm going to take and stamp off. You can tell I always keep a scratch sheet of paper around. And I'm going to stamp off 2 times. And now I have my kite string. Once I've done that, I'm thinking, well, it just looks a little plain. It needs just a little bit more color. So I'm going to take my sponge, and I'm going to use the Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to add just a little bit of color to the edge here. That way it just brings out an extra color, and when it goes on top of the blue, it doesn't look like it's just hanging out. Alright, now that we've done that, we're ready to start assembling. I'm going to assemble this and put this on top using my snail. While I'm at it, might as well go ahead and put the inside on. We're ready to put the balloons on. And the first thing I'm going to do, this one I like to lay flat onto the balloon. Now I'm always careful when I'm going to be mailing cards. And this one in particular is going to have to go all the way to New Hampton, Iowa. Happy birthday, Preston. Now the second balloon, we're going to be doing a pop-up using our Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Next, we're going to put our little banner on here. Now, it also came with the stamp set if I would have wanted to put party across it, but we're not having a party today. So I will be... Now, this banner is very thin, so you have to be careful when you pull it off that you do not tear the banner, or you'll be going to your big shot and you'll be cutting out another one. That's why I usually have quite a few on hand too, just in case I get a little... Use a glue dot to put down our bow. And pardon, the dog is looking out the window and decided to bark. I apologize. Now, if you wanted to add a little bling to it, all you do is use the rhinestone, and you notice this has a long string of them. So I want to cut in between them to where when I go to pull them off the sheet, I only get the 2 that I need. I'm going to put down the balloon. I hope you enjoyed this card. Check out www.cardsbysandy.com and you'll see the dimensions and all the supplies used. Thank you and have a great day.